Hello, everybody, and welcome back for I think this is the fifth installment of our off-season doubles review. As always, it's Dan and I. Hello, Dan.
I'm only here so
For me, it cut out, so his line is going to be really lackluster. But he said that he's only here so he doesn't get fined.
I'm only here so I don't get fined.
Right. I do know what he was going to say. I did know the bit, so I helped him
Yeah.
out there.
Thank
and
you.
this week we are joined by Greg because he didn't lose.
Yeah, screw you, Dan. This was a pretty good week for me.
I'm only here so I don't get fined.
Okay. Well, with this happening, we're gonna go ahead and move in to our standings. We're gonna be very quick about it this week. We're not gonna look back on battles too much, but we do see Ian picks up another win. He is 4-0. I don't think he quite clinches playoffs yet. I think he's one game away, and he'll clinch playoffs after he's got 5 wins and a couple people get their third loss. I think he clinches, so he just needs one more. Who do you play in? I forget who he played. Oh, Raul.
Didn't he play Evan? Or no, Raul. Yeah. That was
Raul.
last week. So yeah, I played Raul this week.
So you can see Raul drop from second down to third with that loss.
What a loser.
He's tied with Greg.
What a loser.
Who just beat Dan this week.
What a fucking loser.
Dan's struggling down there a little bit.
I'm only here so I don't get fined.
Yeah. Nick learned the pain of Cinderella against Evan.
Yeah.
And is now trying to actually formulate a real plan to combat Cinderella against Raul next week.
Oh, Jesus Christ, he has to fight it twice in a row.
I mean, a lot of people end up having to fight it like twice in a row, or just
That's
one.
my last 2 weeks, which is why it's real important I get a win this week.
Ian had it twice in a row. Greg's last 2 weeks are that. So, good luck.
Am I eliminated from playoffs?
I don't think you're. I think it is possible if you go 3 and 4 with some really good differential.
Okay.
Well, the best differential you could get would be what? +6, so he'd be at -1, so it would be...
Yeah. You'd have to have a lot of losing. Like, you'd have to have basically Ian, Evan, and like either Raul or Greg just dominate the rest of the season. Everyone just keep.
Oh, right. We're only doing 4 for the playoff. Right. Okay.
Yeah. As you
Yeah,
can
I
see
making
by
playoffs.
the beautiful
Yeah.
playoff
Yeah, I ain't making playoffs. Oh well.
I don't think it's impossible, but it
I
is
may.
very,
Yeah,
very difficult.
I ain't making playoffs.
We do know that all of your things, your Pokemon have shown up though, so you're not shackled by that anymore. You can do whatever you want.
Only me and Zeste are the good boys.
Yeah, we'll get into that later. There are, I mean, we still have 3 weeks, so it's not like it's pressed or anything. But we do see then the final matchup was Zeste versus Jake, and Jake actually ended up winning that one 2-1. So that makes Zeste 1-3 on the season.
Look at our boy go.
Bit of a rough one for Zeste. Now I've learned that every single prediction I've done of Zeste's games is wrong.
Mm-hmm.
When I predict for him, he loses, and when I predict against him, he wins. I am the only one who has not gotten a single one of Zeste's games right.
So if Zeste was here, he'd be saying, "Yo, tell me I lose every week." But seeing how it's just me, yo, Zeste's gonna fucking win out the rest of the season, bro, and you know it.
Right. So I'm gonna use that knowledge to my advantage, and like when I want to vote against Zeste, it's doing it out of love because I'm trying to reverse Juju it so he wins.
But it could be interpreted the opposite way. You're just poo-pooing on him, and then if he wins, he's doing it against adversity.
Either
it's
way.
It's like Schrodinger's savant.
Yeah,
you don't know how it works until you observe it.
But if the season ended right now, our playoffs would be Ian, Evan, Raul, and Greg. We'd have Cinderella teams. Ian with just a big Togekiss Snorlax and a Sun team. So interesting how things are shaking out currently. But
I like Taylor Swift.
We're just gonna go ahead into the heat of the week this week. So I know my 2 co-analysts here have not done a lot of research for this week, but I do want to highlight one set that Evan brought. He actually brought Gravity on Clefairy this week.
Jesus Christ.
So he ended up bringing Gravity to help land Sings, but we can see from his description here, took a direct quote from him. It says the point of the set was to spread sleep with Gravsing and then set up Flapple for later turns. So for people that don't know, Grav Apple gets boosted damage when Gravity is active on the field. So
I did not know that.
Yeah, so Grassy Terrain boost, Grav Apple, and Gravity boost is 156 base power before it even gets stabbed.
Jesus fuck!
So then add Stab, add the Hustle attack boost.
Holy fuck me.
Add in the fact that it can't miss because Gravity is active right now, so his accuracy is increased.
Oh my god.
And he had a choice band on top of it all.
Oh my god.
It does a lot of damage. But he wrote, however, in this match, it also guaranteed Cinderace's Power Balls couldn't miss, which proved to be more important. Which, of course,
and I was gonna say, of course, it comes back to Cinderace.
Yes.
Yeah. So Clefairy is a really interesting, strong pick to me in this league because every week you know that thing's not going to attack, and yet
Pretty
in the
much.
matches I've seen, nobody has taunted the thing yet.
I mean, yeah. I think we're a league full of not creative thinkers. I think we're in a league of beat your head against the wall until you can get through. Or
Says you. I brought a rain team against a sun team, and I did poorly.
Right. Yeah.
So what does that fucking say?
I think
It says that Tailwind really, really helps Dracovish, and you maybe should have thought twice about that.
Yeah,
I have Politoed. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
I have the boy.
You have Politoed with a lot of feints, right?
Yeah.
So you're just killing Politoed for torture.
But he's on the team. He's on the team. He's having a good time.
But we can actually get into the weekly battles this week. I want to just quickly look over them and any of the roster changes that happened.
Oh shit, I do face Ian. Right. Fuck.
Yeah, there were quite a few. So this week is Dan versus Ian.
Fuck. Alright, well.
So you can tell that Dan is very confident. I will say Ian's team is definitely not the fastest. He does have Corphish, so I'm sure he's hoping you bring Rain.
Yeah, that's fine.
Which, I mean, what else are you going to bring? That's your whole team.
He has Fletchlander, so his speed doesn't matter. He has Fletchlander.
Yeah, he does, but he gets +1 priority Tailwind when he's at full HP.
Yeah.
Like a fake out would stop that from happening. I'm not... Like, I get what Fletchlander does, but I'm not super sold on it.
It basically is forcing me to lead Ludicolo unless I want to get fucking steamrolled.
I guess.
Wait, you don't have fake out on any of those other 10 guys?
I don't think so.
No, I don't think so. I think it's just Ludicolo.
I think
Kulo.
I think what Ian has shown is obviously Togekiss and Gyarados are very good. And his core of Gourgeist and Snorlax, which people either choose to call it Snorgeist or Gorlax.
I don't like either of those.
They're very good.
Yeah.
I still don't like Gourgeist's min speed tier.
It's so awkward
for a Trick Rumor, but it does well with Snorlax, and it can do a bunch of ally switch stuff, which Dan struggled with this week. So that'll be an interesting match. We'll see what Dan thinks up.
It'll definitely be dumb, I can tell you that.
It's funny because I mean Ian's got a pretty bad electric weakness, and this little mouse is the only thing holding that team together on that electric weakness. And
Toxicity just licking his lips.
And Ian openly acknowledges that Raichu is the only thing holding the team together on this electric weakness. So he has a lot of he often brings strategies that just kind of keep Raichu alive. Not necessarily doing anything, just alive, so you can hit him with.
Yeah.
It'll be interesting. We'll quickly move into the next match. So, I think we have Evan versus Zeste, which I think when people look at like our normal seasons, this would be like the number 1 and 2 team in the standings facing each other and would be big, but Zeste's actually been struggling in doubles. So we do have the 3-1 team versus the 1-3 team, but there's a lot of roster. So first you can see Evan ended up picking up Gengar by dropping Slowbro. He then picked Artillery back up after dropping Chinchino again. So he dropped Artillery for Chinchino and now traded it back to get his Artillery back. And then he ended up dropping, Hitmonlee. from Musharna.
Okay.
So he gave up his Unburden to get Musharna, who kind of does the same thing Slowbro did, and got Gengar as like team. Was notoriously physical before these switches, so I think balancing the. And then Zeste, although Shirley had some decent points in the stat book, I think Shirley was overall kind of difficult for Zeste to use, especially now that he has two Mons that don't want to be psychic terrain. So he ended up picking up Whimsicott, who was dropped by
Hey. So
analysts.
2 mons that I dropped are in this match because I dropped Gengar and Whimsicott.
Yeah, you kind of gutted that whole.
Yeah.
People kind of just picked the bones of really good Pokemon. I think Whimsicott could do a lot of good things with Zeste's team. See what he ends up doing. I think the Stevel is kind of lost.
He's fine. But with Porygon Z, I mean Whimsicott, that's really fucking good, just those two alone.
Yeah, absolutely. I agree. They're really strong. Porygon Z is just strong, and I think Zeste's just been trying to find ways to support it so that it can continue to be stupid strong.
Man,
didn't he openly admit
got a big fighting weakness, and man, that's where
okay, but in Tailwind, who gives a shit?
Wait, who has a big fighting weakness?
Porygon Z.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, there's one weakness. Yeah.
The thing I've been thinking about with these Cinderella cores that we keep talking about with the coverage they have, I feel like high jump kick is so scary to run on in a doubles league. When it's not absurd to think any Pokemon any given time could have protect.
Yeah.
Yeah, but with its speed tier, you can afford to miss
and
one
lose
shot.
half your HP. I don't think you
and
can.
Probably get targeted
there's
on that
a lot
miss.
of things that can take down Cinderace.
Yeah.
In one shot.
Yeah.
And if they're using
easily.
Protect against you, they're not hitting you back. I mean, it's scary.
One of them is.
Yeah.
You still have one other mon to hit him with.
Yeah.
Protect attack.
But then they're double committing to Cinderace, and that lets Rillaboom set up. And oh man, you don't want to leave Rillaboom alone.
Yeah, I think one thing that we haven't seen, Rillaboom gets Swords Dance. We haven't seen either of them. But
it also gets Bulk Up.
Yeah, I'm more scared.
Yeah, but a Swords Dance with a priority stab terrain boosted move every turn. Oh my god,
terrifying. And it sucks because he's got this Mudsdale that can do like really neat stuff, but I don't think it's a whole lot to really slap a Octiller.
I mean, it's gonna do shit either.
But we'll see. I mean, Luxray's cool. Luxray is a Pokemon that still needs to show up. Match.
Evan's Fursona.
Yep, and then Musharna, who Evan just picked up, not been on it, had the opportunity. That needs to show up. But Zeste, all of his Pokemon have shown up. I guess I can go back up here and highlight all of Dan's Pokemon have shown up.
Hey.
The only thing that has not shown up for Ian is Fletchinder. So in the next 3 matches, Fletchinder needs to make an appearance. It doesn't have to be on the field. It just needs to be on part of the.
Although this is the last week people can pick stuff up, so some of these unused mons might be quickly dropped for a matchup specific pickup.
Right. And then it'll be more final at that point. The next matchup is Greg versus Jake, and I know Greg really does not want to lose this match.
Yeah, Jake's strategies run from borderline genius to downright bizarre, and even the ones that are more bizarre than genius tend to work more than the consensus thinks they should.
Yeah.
Like, I think, was this the week where Jake was just dodging heat waves like he had no business dodging?
Yeah, I think he
sounds like Jake.
I think he dodged 2 out of 5, like 2 out of 4 or 5 heat waves.
Jesus.
Missed a super effective target. And then 2 Will-O-Wisps also missed. And I think Jake thought his Hypnosis missed again.
It did miss once. I was watching the matches, but there was like one late. It wasn't an important one.
No, but it missed while the terrain was up. All misty terrain.
So it didn't even matter.
Right.
Oh, doesn't it usually say though that like the terrain?
That's what I think. That's what I think.
It'll still miss.
Yeah. Like I thought it would say, but it failed. But Ian seems to very confidently think it just says that it misses, quote unquote, because Jake tried to hypnosis a burned target twice last week, and both of them missed, quote unquote. Regardless of if it misses or not, it does not change how the outcome would have, what the outcome would have been. It would have just failed anyway. So even if it did miss, like, what's it matter? You picked a move that wasn't going to do. But we'll see. I think Sun can do a whole lot to personally. But we'll see what Greg ends up doing with it. And Greg has a Palisand. That's his Palisand needs to show up. Jake needs these two, Rabambi and Lopunny. They need to show up to a match. See if he brings them.
Yeah, Lopunny just isn't quite as good without a Mega Evolution, sadly.
It's gonna be some gimmicky thing, probably with Klutz or something, and it's probably gonna be Klutz. So he's got.
It gets some fun stuff that you can run with it.
He'll trick some horrible item onto something that won't affect Lopunny because that's how it's just gonna work. But we can go down to the last matchup, which is Nick versus Raul, which I think is actually gonna be really. Now this is the matchup that I think Dan hates the most, apparently.
Yeah, I want them both to lose.
And I think this is going to be one of the closer matches and one of the more interesting matches, personally. I know Nick has put a lot of work into addressing Rillaboom Cinderace, but I don't know that he has the most convincing answer still. We'll see.
Man, Raul's team is so fast. He's got 4 Mons above 110, one of which has Unburden, another of which has Speed Boost.
Yeah. And then he's got
there's Jolteon.
And he's got Priority Rillaboom. And then he's got 2 people that can hold their own in Trick Room.
But yeah, speaking of weak fairy types that people should taunt, here is like, man, these 2 Rillaboom Cinderace cores are so similar, and yet they're doing so much work.
Yeah, they really are.
It's almost as if they're 2 of the best Mons in this metagame.
And I think watching Raul's matches, a lot of the times he doesn't win matches. It's because he either doesn't bring or doesn't use the Rillaboom Cinderace together very well.
Just be both of them turn 1.
I think he almost never has them out. He only has 1 out at a time, and usually with like a supporting cat.
And sometimes he'll just not bring one, and it's like, oh god, doy. Like, not bringing those is just giving yourself a chance to lose, I feel like.
Like, not bring them in the team of 6?
Well, not even bringing them in a team of 4. I feel like there's almost no bad 4-mon matchups.
I can't think of a good way to counter both Rillaboom and Cinderace at the same time. You're losing something.
I've spent hours with several people just kind of looking at what Mons can take any given hit from both of them and live.
Mm-hmm.
And it looks like Nick has found one of the better answers, which is Druddigon, which is still not a great answer, if I'm honest with you.
Yeah.
Druddigon doesn't hit nearly as hard.
I mean, Druddigon hits pretty hard.
It hits hard enough.
But I just don't. I mean, Druddigon has a chance to live and do pretty neat stuff, and I'm pretty sure Nick specifically to take on. So we'll see what it does. But that is the last matchup. I gotta look. We're gonna be shifting into predictions here soon. I do want to mention stats, and I want to see how ugly this is when I pull it up. Kind of ugly.
Is it my stats? Because they're pretty fucking ugly.
No, I'm not showing you. I can if you want.
No, I'm good. I'm good. I'm good.
Let's go over this.
I'm only here so I don't get fined.
Okay. Well, we can see here the top 10 MVP leaders are Rillaboom, which is Raul's Rillaboom, Limon, Torkoal, Porygon Z, Gothitelle, Gastrodon, Venusaur, Cinderace, which is Evan's Cinderace, Sanji, G Snorlax, G Colossal, and Togekiss are top 10 category. So that's what we're looking at right now. We've got 3 more weeks for this race to kind of heat up, and I'm very interested to see how it changes. But we're going to get ready to move into predictions now, and I'm going to show our prediction standings. Now, Dan.
Yeah.
Everyone basically predicted the same things, except you voted for yourself to beat Greg.
Yeah.
So you have fallen behind by 1 game. You are 9-7 in predictions.
Yeah.
And I am 10-6. Honestly, you and I are basically flipping a coin for predictions at this point.
Yeah.
Like, I don't think we're much better than flipping a coin. So we got to get better. The guest still kind of killing it. 12-4 is very respectable in predictions.
This is unacceptable. This is unacceptable.
Without any further ado, we're gonna just move straight into the predictions. And Dan, would you like to start us off with you versus
Yo,
Ian?
fuck Ian.
Yeah.
I'm winning this bitch.
Yeah.
I'm taking down the king.
Okay. I'm going to disagree with you.
Okay, well you clicked on the other one, so hold on now. Yeah, now you're on my side. Damn it.
I'm just gonna
yeah. Didn't even give me a chance to vote. Just
Okay.
happened to know
we're
that
gonna
I would.
we're gonna restart here.
Yeah.
Codes.
There you go.
And I'm gonna do Quillfish.
Okay.
All right. Now, what are you gonna do, Greg?
I gotta give it to the Quillfish. I mean, I just get a feeling, Dan, that you're just not putting as much effort in as you.
No. What makes you say that? What makes you say that?
And in general, I like to kind of snake the order down here. So, Greg, you get to pick between Zeste and Evan.
So I'm not gonna go into anecdotes about this, but I do know from talking to Evan that he puts a lot of time in, and Zeste is having more fun. So I'm gonna give Evan the edge.
Okay. Edge. I'm not even gonna explain it. I'm gonna give Evan the edge. I think he just.
I'm going Sachet, baby.
Go ahead and go Zeste.
I got my boy.
I'd rather not like get into long explanations of these anymore. No
I'm here for fun, baby.
I'm gonna go first on Weedles versus Dragovich. I think I have faith in Greg here, so I'm gonna take Greg to win. Dan, what do you think?
Fuck Greg.
Okay, he's gonna take Jake. I assume I'm just taking Jake.
Yeah, I'm going Jake.
I
Unpredictability.
I have to pencil myself in against the Weedles. I'm not gonna self-sabotage here.
Yeah, that's probably a good idea. I'm now realizing that you and I are exactly the same. And I guess since I just want to see what you're gonna do, Greg. What are you gonna do between Nick and Raul?
You know, I have faith in Nick this week. I think Nick's gonna come up with something clever, and he's got a chance against Raul this week.
I do know that Nick has already spent more time preparing for Raul than Raul will probably spend preparing at all. So I'm going to take Nick as well.
Well, all right. Well, I guess we're gonna. We're going. I guess I'm the contrarian. I'm going Raul.
You are very contrarian. So
the boomer is real fucking strong, and yeah.
I just gotta say, Dan. This could go beautifully for you.
Hail Mary, baby. Hail Mary.
Or it could go
rocket into the top. Rocket into the top.
You know, good luck, Dan, this week against Ian. You're gonna need it.
Yeah.
Nah, I got it.
Well, anyway, I think we had a pretty quick and straightforward one this week, but I think I like it that way. Thank you guys for joining me. Thank everyone for watching.
I'm only here so I don't get fined.
And thank you, Greg, for joining us.
Boo.
Glad to be here. Someone's salty about getting 2-0'd.
Yeah.
And we're signing off.
I want to